I know
with this man, you know, Tekashi 6ix9ine. He
know.
told on somebody else.
Ain't that some shit?
And this person, which y'all hear this, is Cardi B. Yes, that's right. 6ix9ine testified today that Cardi B was also a member of the 9 Trey Gangsta Blood set today in court. Now, right after this, not Cardi B herself, but her rep denied it, said, no, you know, we did. You know, obviously there's interviews of her talking about early on, but right now she's saying she's not affiliated. How do you feel about him dropping Cardi B's name, Sam, man?
Well, at least we know now Nicki Minaj ain't a part of the game, because if she was, he would have told her ass to. He's telling on anybody he knew was it got a smell of anything. He's dropping names, and it's just pointing more to, okay, he's giving up all this stuff so that he can get the fuck out tomorrow. Maybe because of what Brother Kansu was saying. He started to feel it like the more and more I'm in here, the more and more in danger I am. But come on, dude, the more and more in danger your family is. Like, I don't know what, maybe it's my birthday coming up or something, but I'm just like, the obligation to your family as a man and as a protector has to trump all. Okay, so you was bagging groceries. So what if me and you was bagging groceries, because me and you aren't in that lifestyle, but if I decided to go ahead and portray an image, and then I went wild, wild west with that fucking image and was buying pony chains and this and that and talking shit, all this stuff, I have made a bed that my grandfather has instilled, my father, my mother has instilled to me to lay the fuck in when I make it. I couldn't go back on that.
That's
man.
what he should have did, man. He should have, you know, for everybody's sake and his sake, he should have did the honorable thing. And a lot of people are going to disagree with this. They're going to say they should do it. He should have just took that on the chin and said to the police and to the feds, fuck you. I'm not giving you no information.
Right.
Give me what you're going to give me.
I'm not talking about he's a clean rapper. Okay, he's saying some things on IG here or there, because that's what people do nowadays, the kids. But he's out here portraying an image, repping a lifestyle, putting hits, doing all this shit. You were really out here doing it.
Yeah.
This ain't no just, all right, this ain't even a Troy Ave situation. We can debate about that. This is totally different.
Right.
This dude out here portrayed a lifestyle with some people that, I mean, aren't all, they're to blame too, because they should have knew right away you can't fuck with this dude like that.
Yeah.
But now he's sitting somewhere where he can get out tomorrow. People are going to spend years and years in his life in there, and he should have chalked that up and did that motherfucking time.
Yeah, and speaking of Troy Ave, he actually showed up to 6ix9ine's trial today. You know, he was in there, not for 6ix9ine, but for a member of the 9 Trey Blood set. He said he just wanted, justice for his friend. So I thought that was kind of crazy that he stepped in there today. I think there's an interview, you know, out with him talking about that. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick.
And while we do, I'm going to ask you a question, oh God, because now it's up to 4 names, high profile names, because it's way more names than fucking that, but profile names in the rap game.
Right.
You had Trippie Redd, Casanova, Jim Jones, Cardi B.
Right.
What's the replication or the repercussion, excuse me, behind these names being dropped in this hearing, this high profile hearing with feds involved? What's the repercussion and implication with the names involved behind him testifying today in your opinion, estimation?
I'll say the repercussions are, one, if they weren't already under investigation by the feds, that they will be, you know what I'm saying, under investigation by the feds, simply because, I mean, this is what the feds do. You know, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people to flip. They're trying to tear down organizations. Now, if they can tie all of them in to that 9 Trey Blood set, they best believe Jim Jones, if you're watching, Cardi B, if you're watching, or somebody you know is watching, hopefully, you know, that lifestyle is behind you, because they're going to be watching you now. If they weren't already, probably already are. I would say 9 times out of 10 they are, but yeah, that's the implication of that. And he's just putting himself and his family in even more danger, because now you're pissing off more and more bloodlines of people right now, because people sitting back furious about this. I will be fucking like, what the fuck? And you see nobody saying shit really, except Cardi B's rep. You know what I mean?
And that's the most telling thing. Yeah. Because they would be quick, and not necessarily Jim Jones, because he's a little older, but damn sure Trippie Redd. Yeah. Would have been running his mouth, and it's been crickets. His lawyer probably got on him immediately, said, don't say a fucking word. Right. Don't say a word. This is realer than you think right now. It's like, all right, say less. Right. But it's like, man, oh man. And you said, like we said, the defense, they still ain't cross-examining him yet. Who knows how many more names are going to come out? Who knows what they set up when they got him in there and got him to start cooperating? Right. What plan they really had in place and what they were trying to tie up. This is a bad look for hip hop. Funk Flex, obviously one of the legendary DJs of Hot 97. He said this. He said, hold on. He said, haha, Jim Jones and Cardi B are not quote unquote gang members or quote unquote gang affiliated. They are trying to make our music look awful, and 6ix9ine is not smart enough to see the big picture. Today is unreal. Hashtag stay woke. Oh God, what you think about that?
Trying to make our music look awful. I mean, you know, the artists do that. You know what I'm saying? Make the music, you know, look awful. I mean, they do it enough. So I don't 100% agree, you know, with that. But I do get what he's trying to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, as far as hip hop, it's really being a bad light put on hip hop. And I think it's not fair because there's so much good hip hop out there. There's so many good artists with a positive message. But the media, it seems like, promotes and pushes, you know, these type of artists with these type of agendas. But also on the flip side, the people got to blame ourselves too, because we flock to that type of music. Not us, but, you know, some people love that type of music. They love to promote and big up these guys who promote all this foolishness, killing, drug, and this gang culture. So, you know, I think that it's a 360 circumference of blame that goes around. I don't think you could just point it at one entity, you know what I'm saying? But I hear what Funk Flex is trying to say, though. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a black eye on music only because this is how hip hop is going to be portrayed. But I 100% agree with you when you say it's a responsibility of the artist now. Yeah, some things pop, some things don't. I love, all right, Nipsey, prime example, right? Rest in peace, Nipsey. You listen to his music and not all that shit's positive, but it's a reflection of where he was and what he was going through. And I think people can genuinely appreciate that. But you got to be at a certain mind state, mature enough to decipher between that. And a lot of, especially white mainstream media or people who have no understanding of that or care to have an understanding of what they went through, it's easily something that can get spun and turn negative. Yeah. You don't see people shooting up schools, going ahead and writing records, reflecting on it. And people, you know what I mean? It's a whole different kind of creativity. Right. But it's just Cardi B in that situation. She has to just move smarter, obviously. And we'll see what happens, man. I think that Tekashi 6ix9ine is not done telling on people. I think it's one of the craziest things I've ever fucking seen.
It is almost like a movie.
It is.
It's like a movie, you know, playing out. But before, you know, we were talking about Troy Ave. I had this audio here, and it's from it's agtv.com. I want to give those brothers over there a shout out. They was actually, it looked like, on the scene at the courthouse
Salute
today.
To them.
Definitely. So I'm gonna play that clip real quick, and we'll, you know, go from here.
What was your corner? What's been going on today? I just came sleep and got my boy job for like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we'll see how it works out. That's really it. For the real, keep the faith. Was there any updates? Have you seen Tekashi? I mean, he was updated. I came in from Luke. That was who I was focusing on. Gotcha. What do you think the future's going to hold for him? I mean, see when he gets out. I don't know. If I knew the future, I'd be a couple million richer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. I had no idea. So him, all I can say is free Nuke. You know what I mean? I feel like he's wrongly accused of a couple of things. Well, most of the things I don't know about criminal stuff going on, but I feel like he ain't the character who they try to paint him as a portray him as. So hopefully the truth come out and free him.
You think he's lying on purpose about it?
I have no opinion on the federal government. I don't know what's up with them. I don't know what's going on with the witnesses. Nothing. I don't know.
I'm curious about your opinion. I know a lot of people have been talking about Tekashi snitching on everybody. Is that a real thing?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's doing. That ain't what I'm doing. Whatever he's doing, he's doing. Free Nuke. That's all I can say. I got no clickbait for y'all, man. I just got the truth. Free my boy. That's it.
No, but you got the truth, man.
Yeah, God is great and paper straight, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go roll. I gotta go do some other stuff. Appreciate y'all.
How's your kids
going? My man, my kids is good. They're blessed. Blessed. My case is gone. The case is just gone.
Good luck with that.
All right, appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so that's Troy Ave, you know, out there. It looked like the courthouse at Tekashi's trial today, pretty much supporting a good friend of his named Nuke. What's your thoughts on that, Sam, man? Troy Ave out there, a little standoffish a little bit. He ain't really want to do the interview, it seemed like. I get it, but yeah, what's your feelings on that one?
I think he handled that well. I can appreciate him from this side of the table, him even stopping and giving them brothers or whoever it was a word to speak on. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know if they was brothers necessarily.
That the guy wasn't, but I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, whatever. It did. I'm glad that he understood that it was. They looked like they were looking to grab a kind of a headline or something. They wanted him to go on 6ix9ine. They wanted to kind of compare and contrast his situation with 6ix9ine's situation and run with it. You could tell right away. Yeah, he played it real well.
Yeah.
You talked and you asked me, do I feel bad for 6ix9ine or have any sympathy for 6ix9ine? This is somebody in Troy Ave that the more and more I look at his situation, that's a situation I wouldn't want to be in or wish on anybody. To sit behind that and to do what you had to do with your friend, and that's a tough one.
Well, Troy Ave, we talked about this, but we'll get back into it. He said he should be considered a hero. And then also what he said in that particular interview was like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not snitching. He asserts that. Yeah, and it's a situation, man. Again, if you don't know the situation, allegedly the guy taxed on open fire. I mean, he's about to go to trial in November for this. Killed his friend. I think his name was Banger, a good friend of Troy Ave. Troy Ave disarms him, gets the gun, and there's footage of this, and starts shooting and everything like that. And people are calling him a snitch now because it's on camera, even though it's on camera, has to come and testify because his friend died and say, look, I had to do what I had to do. Could be considered a hero. I think I asked you this before, Sam, man. Would you consider him a hero in your book for that? I mean, let's just say, all right, it's me and you. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I get shot or you get shot. I pick up the gun and shoot a guy. Fucking yeah, I'm a hero. Fuck that. I take the gun away from a hero. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Right. Nah, man, I can't argue with that. And it's a tough one. And when we paint the picture how it was painted and the facts are, how can you say it's not? I think based off of some of the things that people are kind of judging him on in the past, just not feeling with him, maybe leaning more toward Taxstone's side in the situation or the beef, he'll never get the proper probably outlook on the situation that he deserves. It's a tough one, man. Look, if I was in the same situation, I'd do it the same way. And would I sit on the stand? It would take me a very long time to I don't know. I don't know if I could physically go, yeah, so. I could like, yeah, I had to defend myself. I seen shots coming at me. My brother got shot. I had to do what I had to do.
I don't know who exactly.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a tough one.
It's it's a little, it's a little different, like I said, because it was a situation, that they had a little beef or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take it. It's supposed to all remain in the street, but not the fucked up part. Some people say the good part, but some people say the fucked up part is that the part it was recorded on camera. So it's so much that you can really try to, keep, even though other things were caught on camera as well. But yeah, I agree with you, man. It'll be hard for me to sit there and point out Taxstone and say, look, Tax did it. But yeah, obviously I had to do what I had to fucking do. I shot. I didn't really see him too clear. There was a lot of commotion going on in there.
Nightclub is dark. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right. So I just, the outcome of this is going to be another trial. And then we got the Nipsey. So over this next, year and a half, there's going to be a lot of trials coming up. That's going to be very interesting, man. We'll definitely be breaking them down and covering them all here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man.
Better than anybody that's doing it, man. Y'all give me that 5-star rating. If you're listening on the podcast, y'all go ahead and make sure you hit the like button or notification bell, whatever platform you're watching on YouTube, Hip Hop Uncensored, Viral Hip Hop News, the Uncensored Truth Podcast official channel. We taking over the game, man. We got a dope interview tomorrow.
Yeah.
For you guys that's listening or watching with Reggie Wright Jr., former security at Death Row Records, man. He has a lot to talk about. He's been doing this thing on the Gangsta Chronicles on the Digital Soapbox Network, talking about Snoop, talking about Boots. You're getting a lot of attention, man. We're going to talk about all of that tomorrow and fucking more. Can't wait for that, man.
Yeah.
What else we got on the ticker, man?
Antonio Brown, has been in a lot of controversy, and he finally addressed, I guess the allegations or spoke on it today. So we're gonna play that clip and dig into that situation a little more. Antonio Brown.
I'm super grateful to be here. To play for Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. I got a lot of the offense to learn and catch up. But I'm excited and grateful to be here and to be a part of these guys.
Antonio, what's it been like working with Tom?
It's been a tremendous honor. He's been here a long time. A lot of details, a lot of work ethic. Great guy to be around and just inspire everyone here.
How has the process been to kind of get used to everything as everything's going on in your life?
Well, it's football. You know, I'm grateful to play football. Every time you walk in the doors here, you know, be your best for the team. So every time I walk in here, I just want to make sure that I'm preparing to give these guys my best.
Tony, what have you heard from the league, if anything, about your availability?
Appreciate that question. You know, I'm just here to just focus on ball and look forward to getting out there in the home stadium and being with the team.
New England Patriots be like, they be stirring.
Yeah, you heard it. They was warming up to that shit.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
I mean, he handled it well. I think he definitely handled the situation well. I went on record in saying that I thought it was kind of